Welcome to another video on my 1974 Daimler Sovereign. This is a Series 2 XJ6 to be exact. If you want to catch up on what we've done so far, I will put a link up there and you can have a look. Today's video, having now fixed the head gasket, thanks to Steel Seal, I want to replace the water pump. Now, the water pump doesn't look very old. It has surface rust on it, but it looks like fresh surface rust, so I don't think there is anything wrong with the water pump. Plan today is to remove it. Whoever fitted it has used this red sealant. I don't really know. I have seen stuff like this before. It's a bit like Hylamar, but I suppose I think Hylamar's non-setting, this stuff looks like it's setting. It does look like there is a gasket in there, but no, there is a gasket in there, so we're going to remove it. There is a leak coming from the bottom of the pump, so we're going to have a look, see if it needs a new pump. If it does, I will order one and end this video with the new pump. If it doesn't, then we're going to clean it up, make a new gasket, and reassemble and pray that it doesn't leak anymore. First thing I need to do is remove this belt. I'm also going to have a look at the fan, because that's not right. Let's have a look, see how we remove this belt. So we've got a tensioner adjuster here, so I'm assuming we undo that nut, or loosen that nut, and there'll probably be another one at the bottom that the power steering pump will pivot on. What is that I can see below the power steering pump? It is actually looks like an automatic tensioner. I don't know if you can make that out in the video. Very interesting. Okay, I'm going to start loosening things off and see what moves. And yeah, we'll see if we can get this belt off. Okay, so that thing underneath there is just a tensioner. It's very soft. I managed to take the tension off with my hand and eventually pulled the belt off of the water pump. You can also see that I've removed the fan. Reason it was there was movement in it, playing it, is because this bolt was loose. So we might be able to fix the fan as well while we're here. So now that we're in here, the pump, as you can see, the bits that haven't been exposed are very clean. There's no noises, there's no play, or very, very little play. So it feels fairly normal to what I would be expecting. So next step, we've got to somehow look at removing all the hoses. Now I can see, it's very hard for you guys to see, I think. There's one here, one on top here. To be fair, that's quite soft. I believe there's one, let's get my light, there's one in the back. There's one just there. 1, 2, 3, so we've probably got one on the other side as well. Or not. Could just be those 3. I can also see we've got to detension this belt because we've got the idler there. There's also a bolt that's loose, which we already knew about. I think I pointed out in a previous video. So yeah, I'm going to now tackle these hoses and make a mess on my floor. Right, very hard to see, but we have got this hose off. The bottom hose is hanging down there, and the little one at the back that you really can't see is loose, but it's still on. So I'm hoping that'll just fall off when we undo the bolt. We did make a bit of a mess, but we're not too bad. So next step is to start undoing the water pump. So it's going to be all of these here. And obviously on the other side, I'm just going to check the size. My lack of imperial sockets, they are going to be 1/2 inch, I think. Yes, they are. So 1/2 inch screws, bolts, whatever you want to call them. I don't know what they are yet until I've pulled them out. And then yeah, we should just be able to, actually this one on the front here I know is a 14mm, or whatever you want to call that in imperial. I will put it somewhere on the screen. it is off and absolutely covered in this stuff. So yes, there is a gasket in there, and this looks like quite a lot of sealant, very extreme. And it really is. Look at this. Absolutely spilled on the water pump. I mean, no wonder it's blown the head gasket. It has blocked. So this is, I don't know which way, whether it comes, it will either come in here and then get forced that way, or it will come in here and get forced that way. And it can't, because they've blocked the outlet. So this is gonna have been absolutely cooked. You can see there is sealant absolutely everywhere. It's crazy. This is absolutely insane. So I'm gonna have to, got a bit of a cleanup operation here. I kind of figured that was gonna be the case when I started pulling the bolts out, and they were all covered in bits of sealant. So, and I've got to clean the block up, but the good thing is that the actual pump itself looks okay. So like I said, the pump is hundreds of pounds. The gasket is either, I think it was like 60p I found it for, plus a bit of postage, or I'll make one. It's quite good fun to make, so I'll probably just do that. And I will put a little bit of sealant on, but I'm not going to go anywhere as crazy as that, and I will use Hylamar, which is proper stuff for using with water systems. So one good cleanup of that, and it will look like this. Much shinier, much cleaner. And you can see there's still some brown spots. Very light corrosion. I don't want to take too much material off, otherwise we are going to just encourage it to leak. And on here, I've not quite finished here. You can see there are still some red bits sort of around the top there, where there's still some sealant, but overall much cleaner. Some more big chunks came out of there as well. So I need to now make a gasket and reassemble it, I suppose. It's a simple job like that. For me it'll be tomorrow, for you it'll be now. Right, morning, day 2. As you can see, it's raining, and for those of you in England who have suffered with all this heat, this is a blessing from God. This is actually really nice. I've spent a lot of time standing out in the rain today. But I have some gasket paper, and I have my, excuse my makeshift workbench of, I don't even know what's in this box, turbo. I think it's actually for the Golf. But I have a workbench, I'll probably do it somewhere else. And I have a pair of scissors. And the process is fairly simple. So I'm going to cut out a section of this gasket paper about the same size as the water pump. And then I'm going to place it on, tap around with a hammer this edge very gently through the paper, and that will give an outline. I'll show you that in a moment. I can then place the paper right over the impeller for the water pump, trace around the outside. I can then cut that out with the scissors. That will give me the outside, and then I can do the same hammer trick again with this edge here, to get the inside edge, and then we should have basically a good enough gasket to use. So let me find somewhere to prop this a little bit better, prop the camera, and we'll make a gasket. Right, so there we go, have our gasket. I've punched the holes through with a screwdriver, and I will just trim the ends off in a moment just to make it a bit easy for the bolts to go through. I have my tube of Hylamar. So this is a non-setting gasket. Well, I suppose it's a paste, like a gel, I suppose. This is good stuff. I use this on any water pump I replace. I'll put a small smear on the gasket, or if it's got an oil seal, just to give it extra chance of not leaking. So I'm going to smear this gap once I've trimmed this off. Going to just put a small smear on both sides, and then I should be able to, because we've got 3 studs in there. I'll grab my torch. you can see too. There we are, so we've got 3 studs in there. So I should be able to put the gasket on the studs and then carefully put the water pump in so the gasket stays in place. I've got to clean up the other bolts as well, which I'll probably put into my impact driver and a Scotch-Brite pad and just run that up and down the threads just to clean them off and reassemble. And we can then put some coolant in, run it up to temperature, and maybe risk a test drive today. But that might be part 2, that might be the next video. Yeah, so yeah, let me clean the bolts up, Hylamar the gasket, shove the pump back in, and reassemble everything. Right, so water pump is now back on. Hoses are all on, jubilees are tight, and I've had to slacken off the tensioner there. All the bolts are now in, fitted all the way, so we haven't got that other bolt that's hanging out, as you can see. So, the moment of truth. I have 5 litres of not screen wash, because it's antifreeze. So I'm just going to pour in and hopefully watch it not leak. Missed. Right, so we've got some screen wash. We've got some not screen wash in there. There's obviously air going to be coming out, so we've got a good, what have we got in there? A couple of litres. At the moment, the bottom of the pump appears dry. Now, before, the pump was only leaking when it was running or after it run, when it was under pressure. So we're not going to know for sure just yet, but we're just going to have a look around and make sure that everywhere we can see is dry. So yeah, at the moment we're okay. Fill up some more. So that's nearly the whole 5 litres, if you can hear. There's still air coming through that, but we are pretty much roughly what we've taken out. So, bottom of the water pump is still dry. We're dry all around the top. Still air coming through that, so it's probably going to need a bit more, but at the moment we're all good. So I think I'm going to chuck the belts on, put the fan back on, and actually tighten the bolt up this time, and then just top off the coolant. It'll stop bubbling now. Has it emptied? Oh no, it's still bubbling. So we're going to need a little bit more coolant in there, and then we can run up to temp, and see if we fixed our leak. All right, we're topped up at least enough, and still don't have my torch. Still don't have any wet trails or anything. No leaks. We're looking good at the moment. So start her up. Let any extra air that's in the system come through. Cap on. Run her for a bit, and see if she leaks. I'm going to put her in park this time. I do still need to tune the carbs. They're not massively happy, but these are taking some more. This is just tap water in here for a moment. Also, I did put some antifreeze in. Top it up with tap water, and it's going to have a flush as well. Ugh. This is not easy one-handed. Making a mess on the floor. For those who don't know, that line on top is the fill level. So top of the level up to there. It's not going down much more, so cap on, warmer up. Alright, so we're good enough, we're warm enough. Sort of halfway between cold and hot. Oil pressure is pretty good. Charging alright. Yeah, so got any heat in here actually now that I fixed the fan. So I'll see whether the heater works. I'll say I fixed the fan, it works on medium but not on high. So we do have a small amount of heat coming through there. Well, as I say, we're not fully up to temp. We go defrost. I love the fact that you can adjust these as well. I think that's brilliant. Yeah, so we are warming up. We're not hot, but we're warming up. Move that back to cold because it is summer. Right, turn her off. Let's go and just investigate. See if we've got any more leaks. I've had to play around with the carb. One was drawing in more air than the other, but they need a proper tune-up. Probably see more from the other side. So down here appears to be dry. We do have a small puddle of coolant underneath the big hose. Oh, and we're a bit wet there. This side, I say the block looks dry enough. There's nothing running down, so let's see if I can get you down there far enough. So just behind the crank pulley, there are some small spots, but I think they may have been yesterday when I was removing the pipe work. But the actual pump on the block below the pump is dry. There's nothing running down it like there was last time. As I say, there is a small puddle of blue there, which is on the bottom of the hose. So is that running down, or is that join? I think that's actually the join. This whole pipe here needs to be lifted up anyway, but so that hose I think I need to undo. I don't know, it does feel a bit wet on my... No, it's not running down, that's just that join there, so we can deal with that. That's a nice easy fix. But yeah, looks like we've successfully stopped our coolant leak from the water pump, which has saved me a lot of money. So the gasket is pence, but obviously I've saved those pence by making it myself. And the pump, which I was just going to buy a pump for it, is over £100. I think the cheapest I saw it was about 113. And if I don't need to spend that much money, no need to. So I've still got a few things to do on this before I want to drive it. I do want to service the gearbox. I don't know, I think I have looked at the oil before. It would have been a few weeks ago now. Yeah, it's the right sort of colour, but it won't hurt to do an oil and filter. I think I might have an oil and filter here actually. Bought one from my old Series 3, the black one that was really, really rusty. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link up top. Well worth watching. So I've got to do that. I've also, after doing the oil and filter change, the oil is better, but it's still a little bit, to be unfair actually, it does actually just look like clean oil now. It was a bit milky, so I probably will do a flush and another oil and filter change, but maybe if it stays like that, I'll do some miles first. Thank you for watching. Obviously, if you like this video, hit like. Subscribe if you want to see more of this car. First drive coming up very soon, hopefully. And I'll see you next time.